Hello again. I wanted to show you some of my little miniature creations. I thought I would just give you a tour of the tiniest ones that I have. And this was from a set of furniture that I got at Walmart. I don't know if you can see that here. For $126. There was a bathroom set and a kitchen set and dining and bedroom, and I had this in my stash for many years, probably 40 years. When I was going through things, decided I would purpose to either use them, find a home for them, or something. But I decided then that I would try to find a way to use them. And they are so adorable and so very tiny. I don't know if you can see how very tiny they are. This is considered 1/12 scale. And this is old vintage Plasco or Renoir furniture. It's considered 1/24, I believe. Somebody educate me if you know. And this is what these are. They're incredibly tiny. So adorable. And I just wanted to try to use them. So I had this container. Once I used the laser cut shapes, I can't remember, reindeer or something for Christmas. It just needed a peak put on it. And then I was able to go ahead and paper it. I even put in some, you can see it, some flooring. Anyway, this little paper looks like wood floor. Maybe this one shows more. This fireplace is actually an ornament. I added cushions and doilies and made a little light sconce, candle sconce out of an earring back. Just put in some little bottles, florals, made tiny books and toys. Now this little stove was not in a kit, and neither was this. They are actually like cast iron or something. They're really heavy, and I think I got them at a little Dollhouse shop, miniature shop in Tulsa. Eons ago, you used to be able to go in and buy all kinds of things, all different scales. This is actually a charm, little rocking chair, little doll I made out of thread to make her arms and legs, and a little bead, some tiny, tiny clothes. So this is kind of the nursery, the bedroom, the living room, framed some little pictures out of magazines. Here is a dining room. Used hole punch confetti and beads and bead caps and all kinds of things. We have tiny pot holders. That milk can did not come with the set. Neither did the I don't know, dried goods that are sitting on top of the refrigerator. But those I made, and the clock, plates. But the furniture came out of the sets. But you can tell that this isn't wide enough for the bed, the table, and some other things. And as time went by, here, I will move in. I found a Birdhouse kit, and it was at the thrift store. I put a flower over the hole, reconfigured the windows and doors and things, made it a nice little garden, and I also changed the roof. Instead of going widthwise, I stood it up like this so that it would be tall enough to add in a floor. Now you can see I added some little shelves. I don't know if you can see these very well. Added some books that I made, wallpapered it, and etc. And I had found these little items, if I can get hold of them here, at a thrift store. Now this little table came with those sets from Walmart, but I saw these little resin pieces at a thrift store and bought them. I just loved that they had the little cats. and they're just so cute. I wasn't thinking that they would go with this. I wasn't thinking scale at all. I was just thinking how adorable is that, and bought it and brought it home. As I was going through things, I noticed that I had a whole box full of the tiniest pieces, and that they would all kind of go together. So what scale this is, I have no idea. But I just thought they were cute. Now here's also the bed that came with the bedroom set. Had another little side table, and I added flowers and a seashell, little piece of doily. The little lantern came with the set. Came with the cutest little stuff, and I was able to use these wider pieces, the bed at least, and the little tables in my little birdhouse house. This was the perfect size for this scale, and I just loved it. And I had some other little odds and ends, little vases and things I could put in here. That little pitcher came with the sets. Anyway, but I still had more pieces, and I wasn't quite sure what to do with them. And I was looking for like a shadow box type of thing, maybe that was shaped like a house. I found one, but it was a bit too clunky and chunky. So I was excited when I found this one. Let me show you the front. Now, I used Dollar Tree doors and windows on it. See how this is? It's such a lovely piece of wood. Got it at a thrift store for $2, and I used the doors and the windows off of the Dollar Tree dollhouses. And they also came with little pieces of furniture in bright pinks and purples. So I was able to use some of those pieces to fix this up. Now I might be changing the window and banister up here. I found another one in my set, my stash of stuff. I think it was a cake decoration for communion or something. It had little candles on it. And I thought that might actually look better there. Maybe a different window from a different dollhouse. I don't know. Now, this had been damaged. The door was broken. The hinge was warped. And it wouldn't clasp anymore. So hubby fixed my clasp for me. Put this one on. And I just think it's very pretty. He had to boost this piece up. And I was just glad he was the one handling all that. Now I'll put in a little light at the top that I can push on and off. Now here's the bathroom set. Absolutely adorable. I did wallpaper across with the same for the top, bathroom and bedroom, and the same for kitchen and living room. Because it's so small, I just thought it'd be kind of chaotic to do different ones. But here's the bathroom. Put in a little rug. It comes with a little tiny toilet paper roll, a high tank toilet, towel bar. I added the towel, the mirror, sink and tub with a dish of a dish for soap, and I glued it on there. I added the flooring in and put it as a tile around the tub, and an old advertisement for stamps had this really cool stamp, and I just painted a piece of paper brown and mounted it in the center so it would have a frame. I did that for most of these. Here's the bedroom. Now this flooring was actually a printable for a desk blotter, and I printed it too large, but it's perfect here. I had a little advertisement. There's Jesus with some children. Let me see if I can get that angled right so you can see this. I painted the Dollar Tree bed because it was purple or pink. I'm not sure which one this one was. And there's also a little piece of plastic. It's one level, just 3 drawers. I think it's supposed to be a dresser. I stacked them and made it a little taller Put a vase and some books. Again, framed advertisement for stamp collections. And here again, some stamps. And Dollar Tree had the set, had this little vanity. I added the foil to look like a mirror. And these little bottles. Cloth on top. And a chair from, I believe it was from the dining room set. I'm not sure. I had 2 sets of chairs. Now the living room. Let's see if we can get a good light in here. Oh. I think she, what is she, a Polly Pocket? Anyway, she's the perfect size for this. And I had a paper rug. It was actually an advertisement also. And I just cut it out and put it in here. Painted the furniture. Advertisements of pictures and frames and such from catalogs, etc. That one might have been a dish towel or something with a butterfly on it. And I framed them, stuck them in here. Another charm rocking chair. Now that little table actually went with the bathroom set. I painted it brown. Stuck a bead on it with some flowers, beads on the mantle. Now this fireplace was actually from the Dollar Tree set. It is a TV with a console. Turn it upside down and added the hearth to it, and it became my fireplace. And here's the kitchen. I just made this frying pan and a clock. Added shelves with lots of things on it. Beads for glasses. Hole punch confetti for plates. Now again, this is the same TV and console, and turned it upside down so that it became my sink. I don't know if you can see. And then I filled in the sides with square dowels, and then covered the whole thing with paper, and then painted it to look like a sink. Now the stove was actually the top of the coffee table. Oops, let's move her. There's the coffee table that comes with it. And that is what made the stove. Again, filled in the sides with wood and then covered. I don't think I covered the sink. I don't think so. I think it's just dowels over there, but I had to cover around for the stove to really build it up the way I wanted around the coffee table. It's a little different. And again, those 2 strips of plastic that are supposed to be a dresser, I made them into the refrigerator. Turned one of them one way and one of them is backwards. So it looks like it has a water dispenser. And I have more pictures on my wall. A little, I think it's a grommet for a plate with some fruit in it. And the table from the sets from way back in the 80s. And chairs. Now this table would not have fit in anything else that I had already done previously, so I was excited to finally have a home for it. So anyway, that's the tour of my tiniest dollhouse furniture. And it's not finished. I still have to figure out some things, such as this up here, and oops, so sorry. Do this with one hand and plaster this thing. There we go. But I think an arched window might be better. So I might take an arched window off of another dollhouse from Dollar Tree. And if you know what the scale is on this, please tell me. I don't have scales real clear in my head. I like to work in 1/12, which is 1 foot. Gosh, what does that even mean? I use 1/12. I use that word, but it's like a scale for, oh, it's 1 inch of your dollhouse furniture equals 12 inches in real life. And that's what this one's supposed to be. Now, what those other ones are, I have so many other pieces of furniture, especially vintage, that they don't seem to fit any certain scale. Might be 118, 124, 132. I've got some that are pretty small, but I think this is my smallest. Anyway, thanks for coming for the tour and visiting. I hope you'll come back. Have a great day and God bless.